I'm Laura Zane Wambarocha, licensed mental health counselor and owner of Sage Synergy Counseling and Wellness. Today I want to talk to you about anxiety, not your common garden everyday anxiety that you may experience situationally in things like if you have a school project that's due and you're feeling nervous, if you have a gig that you're getting ready to perform and you're feeling nervous before you go on stage, or if you're going to go to a party alone and you know you're not going to know anybody there and you get that kind of, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that anxiety. That's not what I'm talking about today. Today I'm talking about generalized anxiety disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder affects women at twice the rate that it does men, and it affects 3.1% of the population overall. Generalized anxiety disorder creates both physical, mental, and emotional symptoms. So the physical symptoms are things like muscle tension. That's when you see somebody that's maybe got the tight neck all the time. They're maybe complaining of headaches. They have numbness maybe in their arms, their hands, but they're not really sure why. There's not a medical cause for it per se. You're looking at somebody who may have stomach aches and are having issues with an abnormal heartbeat, but it's not anything to do with the heart and the cardiac. It's more their heart feels like it's racing or that it's skipping a beat. Generalized anxiety disorder affects your day-to-day functioning, and it makes you kind of feel like you have a low-grade butterflies in your stomach all day long, every day, or the majority of the day. It affects things like your ability to communicate. You'll be mid-sentence and maybe forget what you were going to say. You'll forget where you've put things. You're more likely to lose things when you have anxiety. You'll get stuck in a thought process where it's looping over and over again in your head, and you can't quite let it go. This isn't, a lot of times I'll hear family members or somebody who doesn't truly understand anxiety, they'll say to somebody who's been diagnosed with it, "Why are you worrying so much? Just let it go." Well, if a person with anxiety could just let it go, they wouldn't be diagnosed with anxiety. It would be that, oh, it's a quick nervous fight or flight and then it goes away. Anxiety doesn't always have a situational cause. Sometimes it's just there and you don't know why it's there. So what we're looking at is a disorder that's caused by several different things. It's caused by genetics, it's caused by long-term stress, it can be caused by trauma or a significantly worrisome event that maybe, your child, you're worried about them doing well at college, or you're a single mom and you're just going through the day-to-day of life, but you're worried about how are the bills going to get paid? Can I handle doing work and raising kids? All of those questions that single moms go through that are on a daily basis that maybe they're questioning whether or not they can really handle this. Those kind of events create generalized anxiety disorder. Now, there's this myth out there that people who have generalized anxiety are weak. They just can't handle stress. Actually, the opposite is true. People who have generalized anxiety disorder often are people who have carried this huge weight on their shoulders for a really long time, and their body gets stuck in fight or flight mode. The cortisol from your body starts hitting your body over and over again. You're stuck in fight or flight mode, and your body doesn't know, is it time to shut this off? Are we finally done fighting? Or do we have to keep going? And so a lot of times you're even in a calm situation and you're getting shortness of breath and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm panicky. I don't know what's going on. I feel fine. Well, I should be feeling fine, but I'm really not. I'm worried and I don't know what to do. That's when you have anxiety. That's when your body's stuck in the fight or flight mode. Now, when it gets stuck in fight or flight mode, there you go. It's stuck. It feels like you're running from a bear on a regular basis. Your body doesn't know, hey, there's no bear. We're calm. It's okay. It says, nope, we got to be hypervigilant. That bear's coming anytime. So what we're looking at is, how do we treat this? How do we get you unstuck at a fight or flight mode? Well, there's a few different ways to treat generalized anxiety disorder. You can use pharmaceuticals. You can use psychotherapy. Sometimes you need to do dietary and lifestyle changes. And then one of the biggest keys is relaxation. Now, how do we tell that single mom out there that's having a hard time? You just need to relax. Don't worry. She's like, if I relax, my laundry doesn't get done, my kids don't get taken care of, all of these things pile up, and then I'm stuck. How do you tell that business worker that, hey, you need to take 15 minutes of your day and just take and have calm, quiet? And he's like, no, I got to get this done, this done, this done. So our society in general has created this environment where anxiety is prevalent. People are constantly on the go. We don't sit down to eat. We don't sit down to take a few minutes and relax our bodies. We are constantly on the go. Well, constantly being on the go is one of the contributing factors to anxiety. So one of the major treatments of anxiety is reducing stress, including the stress on the body. Now, there's little stresses on the body that we all do and we need to be aware of. One of those stresses is not getting enough sleep. How many times have you stayed up late watching your favorite movie and then the next day you are dragging at work and you're having a hard time? Well, doing that on a regular basis, like students do, like single moms do, single dads do, don't want to forget you guys, any of those kind of things can create an ongoing stress situation that can increase your anxiety levels. Oftentimes when we feel tired, what's the first thing we go to? We look at having a cup of coffee, having a soda, getting some caffeine in my system, help me feel a little bit better. Here's the problem with caffeine. The cortisol in your body, it's been shooting in there. Well, the caffeine shuts your body down. It makes you feel good for a while, but then the caffeine affects those glands, those adrenal glands in the back, and affects your cortisol levels. So then it's defeating the purpose of what you're actually trying to do. So there are a variety of ways to treat anxiety, but one of the main ways is relaxation, making sure you're taking the time to really self-care. Now I know what you're saying, Laura, how am I going to have time to self-care? My question for you is, how do you not have time to self-care? If you are in constant anxiety, you are losing more time with worry, with lack of sleep, with lack of energy than you are if you would take the 15, 20 minutes a day to self-care and maybe do a meditation, maybe spend some time getting your nails done, relaxing, doing some deep breaths. In my next video, we will be talking about breathing and how that can help with anxiety. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please let me know if it has, and I'll be talking again to you shortly.